What up, guys? Got a gaming here, coming at you with my 9K stamina striker build. Now, you're pretty sure you've seen multiple of these kind of builds. Oh, this build is OP, and all the other kind of stuff. It's really good. It is good. It's good in its own right, you know. But the way other people like to run it, they like to run it with health or like a bunch of health mods. Being tanky as possible with 9K. You don't need that, bro. 600K toughness, you're good to go. Now, without any further ado, let me show you how I run my build. Okay, without any hesitation, let's go over to my chest piece. It's stamina rolled with health on it, and exotic damage resilience along with ammo capacity. It has 2 stamina exotic damage resilience mods on there. Going over to my mask, it has it's rolled a stamina with exotic damage resilience and blind depth resistance. I wish I could put burn resistance on it, but you know what? At least when somebody throws me a flashbang, it don't last very long. It has a stamina exotic damage resilience on there as well. Going over to my knee pads. Now this is going to be a little controversial. I'm gonna tell you my reason why after explaining it at the end. Um, it has stamina rolled with exotic damage resilience, disorient, bleed resistance, and disrupt resistance. Now you do want make sure you do have bleed resistance and disrupt resistance. That's a must. Okay, exotic damage resilience mods on it, along with a pulse critical hit chance. Okay, come on over to my backpack. Now, with my backpack, I have stamina with critical hit damage and bleed resistance. Here's why I went for bleed resistance. Again, I'm gonna explain to you at the end. Okay, now we're over here to my gloves. Of course, critical hit damage and critical hit chance and SMG damage rolled with 2 firearms. I got different sets of gloves. One for the AR and one for the shotgun. All pretty much the same, just different guns for different weapon types. Coming over to my 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 holster, it's 14 across the board. This is fully optimized with 4% critical hit chance. I'm all the way down, and it has post critical hit chance mod on there. Okay, for those of you who don't know what Striker does, I'm gonna read it out to you. The 4-piece bonus: every consecutive hit deals 1% more damage, stacks up to 100%. Missing a shot drops a bonus by 2%. Bonus is reduced by 1% every second. Bonus can be paused by EMP and is lost when exiting combat. Okay. Now, here's the 6-piece. The 6-piece has 2 different talents on it: Striker's persistence and improved battle gear. So I'm gonna go over Striker's persistence for you guys. Every hit adds a self-healing bonus for 0.02% of your max health per second. This bonus is increased by 0.05% for every 3,000 stamina. Stacks up to 100 hits. Missing a shot drops this bonus by 1 stack, and the bonus is reduced by 2 stacks every second. So you want to keep it up. All right, that's your healing one. Now, the improved Striker Battle Gear. Every hit increases the bonus damage of the Striker Battle Gear by 1 additional percent. So, instead of getting 1% damage, you're getting 2% damage. You're getting 2 stacks instead of 1. Missing a shot drops the bonus damage from the Striker Battle Gear by 1%. So, now, if you miss a shot, you're not losing 2 stacks, you're going to lose 1. So, for every 2, you lose 1. So, keep that in mind. And that's a good way to think of it. And its bonus is reduced. Its bonus is reduced by 2% every second, of course. over time. So you got to keep it. You want to keep it stacked up. Is what you're gonna want to do, so you get that healing bonus. Now, with all this said and done, I'm getting 0.15% healing bonus back of my health. Okay. Now I'm gonna repeat that. 0.15%. 0.15% health of my health back. So that's overtime seconds. So I'm getting it pretty quickly. Now that is gonna stack really well with my house. On my house, it's all critical hit damage mods. That's all I have: critical hit damage mods or critical hit chance mods. Now on my weapon perks I have on is deadly, which gives critical hit damage is increased by 15%, and predatory. Killing a target regenerates health 35% of your health for over 20 seconds. Now, that is one thing you do want to pay attention to. Okay? Now, I'm going to go over Cloud Counter real quick. So for those of you who don't know what the house is an SMG damage. That does one half of the magazine does 20% increased damage, which the other deals increased damage and flips after 15 seconds. Or when the mag is empty, which is consistently turning. So you can have the first time you shoot, the first half of the magazine is gonna have 20% bonus damage and goes back to base damage, or it can be the other way around where you start off with base damage and then bonus damage. Now, predatory. I'm gonna tell you ways to proc it. Some people might not tell you that you can do this, but you can actually do this, especially if you're running in a team or if you're running solo and moving around as quickly as possible and trying to keep your health up. You can go around shooting boxes, turrets, and NPCs and players. By killing any of those, you can get predatory to proc. I know this, I've done this, and I'm going to show you this. Now, this is controversial, running a sausage on it. The reason why I run the sausage instead of the soul stopper is because I think the soul stopper is too damn cheesy. I'd rather be able to pop shot. I like pop shotting. I learned how to do it, so I'm going to keep doing it. My button layout's different from everybody's. I use L2 and R1. It's kind of awkward, but hey, I got used to it that way, and I find it easier. It has my SSG has unforgiving, deadly, with responsive. It has a extended magazine with small optics, which has critical hit chance. It's god roll for me. So critical hit chance, critical hit damage, headshot damage. So that's what I like about it. Can't put an underbarrel on it because This gun doesn't hardly ever jams up on me, but when it does, I pay the price. Okay, now I'm gonna go over to my stats, character sheet. Okay, of course, I have my house equipped 39% with 122 critical hit damage. Trust me, it works really well. Let's go over to my my survivability, 397k health with 32.9% mitigates weapon damage, which is really good. Now here's what I was gonna explain to you why you want 40% exotic damage resilience and 50% bleed resistance. I'm telling you, if there's at least one predator out there, they're most likely gonna earhole you. They're gonna shoot you 10 times and run away. Always happens. This is a good way to counter it. Always make sure you have your stacks up. Okay, even though they try to face tank you, dude, trust me, you're gonna kill them every time. As long as you're willing to stay on it and stay committed to it. It works really well. Whoever says you don't need 40%, well, that's fine. It depends on your playstyle. I prefer 41% because guess what? It's not critting as bad. As a 30%, let's say he crits it for 100k. Guess what? It's only gonna crit me for like 75. Just saying, just like throwing a number out there. So that's what I like about it. Okay, and the bleed resistance. Some people might be like, well, bleed resistance don't mean shit. No, it does. It reduces the number of ticks. I'm gonna give you an example. Let me toss a grenade at my feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 ticks. See that? Nothing at all. Get my stacks back up. I'm gonna stop at 50. Look at that. See? You see them crazy hills? Yeah. Stack that with predatory. Oh my god, you're like talking awesomeness. Like you're like a demigod with the build. Anyways, without further ado, enjoy the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you want to see more Division content or want to see my other builds, let me know in the comments and I'll show you my other builds. Peace out.
been activated for a nearby agent. Supply drop successfully claimed.